Made it!
What's up, YouTubers? Today I am out with Andy checking out the Carrington Falls. We're gonna attempt to get to the bottom down there. Should be a good few hours, but I think it'll be a lot of fun. Cloud is overcast, looking good. Potential rain in the afternoon, so hopefully we don't get caught up in that. But it should be a nice adventure. And we're gonna vlog all the way through, get some nice shots, and here's to the good times. Huh? Maybe just like a testicle.
Do 2 takes.
Just a testicle.
Do 1 dig and no digs.
Yeah.
Do like a little, like some dark water.
Ooh, okay. Yeah.
At this stage of the hike, we were scrambling on rocks and waddling through water, trying to figure out how to get across the stream. Due to being unsymmetrical, I'm unable to swim, so anything more than waist deep, I needed Andy's hand. Literally.
Yeah, we made it! Kind of. Lower falls. Let's go down there and check it out. What's up? Finally made it to the falls. See it just there behind me or next to me. It is a beast, and it was absolutely I can't speak. I'm absolutely exhausted. It was a treacherous hike down, but I think it's worth it. And I'll probably tell you once I get back up to the car whether it was worth it. That will probably be more of a honest opinion. But check out this beauty. Wow. Just to give you an idea, we had to cross the creek a couple of times, and I didn't want to get my hiking shoes wet because they get quite soggy. So I bought what do you call them? Foot gloves or whatever, which were quite handy crossing the creek. They dry out pretty quick. And I got my hiking shoes hanging off my backpack. Now, one thing that you know about mountain goats is that they're fantastic in rock climbing. So this guy, you should see him. Anyway, we didn't come here to talk about Andy.
I thought you did.
Nah, not today.
Right.
Not today.
Can you hurry up? I want to do a vlog too, mate.
Nah, dude. Don't worry about it, man.
I'll just use your footage.
Yeah, exactly right. So what I'm seeing here, and I've shown you the footage before, is I'm looking directly through into the waterfall, and on each side of me I've got nice leafy branches, I guess you could say, and I'm just essentially doing a 5 bracket exposure just to allow for the dynamic range. Might go even lower. I'm not putting the tripod on yet, purely because I'm not set on this composition. So I'm just testing it out at the moment just to see where I need to be. But rather than just doing a test shot, I will take a shot as if it's the shot I want to keep. Because sometimes the test shots end up being the shots that you want to keep. But where I'm at the moment is actually looking pretty good. I'm sitting at 125 shutter speed with f11 ISO 500. And then obviously give or take for underexposing and overexposing. As I said, we're looking at basically directly to the waterfall, but the problem is right next to that, and I'll show you now via my camera, the rocks on each side are basically just have a ton of glare that's kind of throwing the image off. So we do have polarizers here that is kind of, and I'll show you the difference it makes. There we go. So if you just look at the waterfall and just right next to it, how that rock now is starting to shine a bit. So big difference. So without a polarizer, the image will be quite mediocre. All right, I'm gonna snap up one more. I'm just sitting at the bottom of the stream here, and what it's doing is basically leading. I've got the foreground element, which is the water here that you might be able to see from over there, and it's essentially, I'm bracketing again 5 photos because it's still, even though we're sitting under a bit of cloud now, it's still quite contrasty. So foreground, I've got the water flow. Mid-ground, I've got some rocks that look pretty good. And then the background, obviously the waterfall. And it's looking fantastic. But if you know Vlad, you know that he's full of fun facts. So my man, you want a fun fact?
Oh yeah, I'm ready.
It's a quick one, I won't bore ya.
Yeah.
Did you know that the Aztecs, majority of them, were wiped out not because of warfare, the Spanish warfare, but because of disease? Smallpox, introduced by the Spanish, absolutely decimated, I think is over 75% of the Aztec population. So sometimes, yeah, bio warfare is better. Anyway, here we go. Hopefully I've got a couple of shots. I'm gonna let Andy get in here as well because he's the one who found the composition. So I waited for him to move, and then I took the shot, and now he can just wait until the sun comes out. But it is good. I'll just triple check the photos. Righto. And what I'll also do is just show you by a video from my camera is what I'm looking at. So you can see the foreground there, mid-ground and background. Perfect. All right, folks. While Andy comes back here, I'm gonna go look for more compositions. Let's do it. So I'm just going to show you now what my camera's seeing. I'm hoping you can hear me. But essentially, all I'm doing is basically sitting quite narrow towards the waterfall. And I have, look, it's not the, I guess, rules of photography when taking this photo, but I don't know, I like it. There's a bit of trees in the back, and yeah, there's waterfalls there. And this was the waterfall that I mentioned previously, the 2-tier one. I'm sitting at 1/6 of a second. Just make sure that I got my steady shot off. ISO 100, f13, just to give me enough depth. 5-second timer, and it's gonna go pat, 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 pat. And hopefully we'll have a decent shot out of it. Polarizer, the only thing I've got on is the polarizer, and I reckon it's looking good. Check it out. All right, so I'm liking that shot. Might look at definitely a landscape shot suits it here, but there's not much foreground unless we go further down the creek. I don't want to do that. It's just quite rocky. I already busted my, Andy and I busted our legs already so far coming back. So. And it's getting, you know, it's getting on with time. It's 2:50 at the moment, so we really got to do this pretty quickly and head on out here. But how cool is that little tree up there, just hanging over? I'm gonna try focus and get something out of that sort of. Might even look at going portrait. I reckon that might kind of give it a bit more emphasis there towards the tree. Might need to move a bit here and there. Yeah, there we go. Oh baby, yeah. Okay, again, 1/6 of a second, f13, ISO 100. Waiting for the timer. 5 shots. Pow, 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 if you don't know what you're doing. I reckon it's going to start raining soon. Might go over there where Andy is and check out what he's got. Maybe steal his comp. I like stealing other people's comp. It's what every great photographer does. Just kidding.
And that's a wrap, folks. Unfortunately, my outro video was rubbish, so here I am instead. If you enjoy this video, I'd really appreciate it if you subscribe to my channel, threw me a like, and maybe even told me what tickles your fancy. Until next time, peace.